So first, I want to thank everyone for this. Um, about a year and a half ago, I was asked by a friend of mine, what would you do if you could not fail? And for me, it was quick and easy. I would open a bookstore. And so let's see. It didn't shift. Hang on. There we go. Did the slide change? Cool. So Gilbert and Ivy is the result of that question. My name is Kimm Mayer, and after over 30 years in business in different industries, I am now the co-owner and CEO of Gilbert and Ivy, a bookstore and more. And I'm following that passion of what I would do if I didn't think I could fail. And Gilbert and Ivy is really based on that, my passions for books and learning and community service. I have a lot of people say, well, why a bookstore? There's Amazon and it's competitive and the margins are razor thin. Why a bookstore? Well, it really comes down to something very, very personal. It comes down to this book, The Crossover by Kwame Alexander, and this local bookstore, BookBug. About 8-10 years ago, my oldest son was struggling. He was struggling in school. He was struggling to read. He was a freshman in high school and was reading at a 7th grade level and had aspirations to go to college. And we realized that reading was really a key issue to his long-term success. And we made a journey into the BookBug, and we had the book clerk assisted us, and she recommended this book. And this book touched my son, and it inspired him to want to read. And the way it was written was very engaging. And what I walked away with is that BookBug wasn't just a bookstore, it was a way to touch someone and change someone's life. And that stuck with me for many, many years. So Gilbert and Ivy is a casual yet sophisticated bookstore that really has a mission to engage people. This is personal. These aren't stacks and shelves of books. This is a high touch, personal approach to book selling. And we really want to focus on serving the community and its individuals. We want to make sure that we are engaging others through story, through the written word, through the spoken word. But we also want to make sure that we are there and encouraging literacy, and we are encouraging conversations and creativity. We recognize that selling only new books is really, really difficult. And it's very challenging to make money. And we would like to be in this to make a little bit of money. So we recognize that we need to offer more than just books. So we're looking at events, we're looking at services, and we are looking at additional sidelines, all of which are not being done by the competitors in that market or being provided in that village. We are targeting Spring Lake, Michigan as the location for Gilbert and Ivy. If you're not familiar with Spring Lake, it is nestled not too far from the Lake Michigan shoreline, just south of Muskegon and kind of in around Grand Haven. So we have looked at this area specifically. One, it's a lovely place and it's somewhere where my husband and I have decided we want to retire anyway. So that's sort of convenient, but it definitely has some wonderful demographics that really would support a new bookstore enterprise. What it also has is a very up and coming, lively social district, food, retail areas that are not fully established yet, but you can see it and you can feel the buzz and you can feel the excitement. And we see it as an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of this budding community. So where are we? Right now, we are anticipating a June 2022 grand opening. We are finalizing, actually, we're meeting with our lawyer this afternoon to finalize our partnership agreement. We have established our LLC, and we have gotten our tax ID number and are registered. We're aligning all of our partners, our accounting partners, our insurance partners, and our legal partners, and we are finalizing our financing. We are at about 85% of what we feel we need to have to open, plus 6 months back, kind of in arrears to help support us until we can make money. We do project that it's going to take us about 4 months to be cash flow positive, and it's probably going to take us about 12 to 14 months to really start turning a profit of significance. We are looking to really secure our location, which we are in negotiations right now, and to be in a position to start purchasing inventory and fixtures probably at the beginning of the year in advance of that June opening. We're looking at a soft launch, focusing primarily on the commercial e-commerce and community kind of grassroots sales, and then shift into the brick and mortar store in June. So who are Gilbert and Ivy, you may ask? Gilbert Maxwell and Ivy Jean. So we are not using them within our imagery, but within the store, you will find their presence. Ivy is a huge fan of children's books. Gilbert is a little more snobbish, and he's probably more into the historical fiction. So you will see their presence throughout the store, but we aren't leading with them, but they will be there as subtle imagery within our store. So with that, I'll pause. What kind of questions do you have? And how can I answer? And hopefully I can answer them. And if I can't, those are great questions for me to be asking.